Welcome back to SPON Academy. Today, we will be diving into the GE Series IP PoE speakers. First, let's take a look at the hardware introduction of the GE Series IP PoE speakers. The GE Series PoE speakers have two different types of interfaces. The first type of interface is implemented using a tail cable. All three speakers have the same interfaces. The other type of interface is integrated directly into the speaker. Both the two speakers has the same interfaces. For speakers with tail cables, we will use wall-mounted speakers as an example. With a PoE network port, it can be connected to a PoE switch for both power and remote configuration. Additionally, it supports an external power supply, allowing for higher output power. It provides a line input port to connect to third-party devices for sound amplification, a relay input port that receives alarm signals from third-party device, a relay output port to send an alarm signal to a third-party device for integration. For speakers without tail cables, we will use horn speakers as an example. With a PoE network port, it can be connected to a PoE switch for both power and remote configuration. Additionally, it supports an external power supply interface when there is no PoE switch available. It provides an audio input port to connect to third-party devices for sound amplification, with a relay input port to receive alarm signals from third-party devices, with a relay output port to send alarm signals to third-party devices for integration. In this section, let's explore the detailed functions of the GE Series PoE speakers. Online broadcast function. When the IP paging console and speaker are registered on the ICPAS platform, the speaker can receive both scheduled and real-time broadcast from the ICPAS platform. Additionally, it can receive broadcast from the IP paging console. Offline broadcast function. Connect the computer with the offline audio push tool installed and the device within the local area network. Use the offline push tool to send the audio files to the speaker via SIP messages. For instructions on using the offline push tool, please refer to the relevant video in Chapter 6. After the audio file is stored in the speaker, you can trigger audio playback into different ways. The first way is to trigger audio playback remotely via an HTTP URL. The second way to trigger audio playback via the relay input signal, such as IP camera or emergency button. In the final section, let's take a look at the main function demonstrations of the GE Series speakers. Before the demonstration, we need to push the audio to the speaker. For instructions on how to push the audio, please refer to the relevant video in Chapter 6. Now, let's begin the demonstration. The first demonstration triggers audio playback via an HTTP URL. After the audio file is successfully uploaded, edit the speaker's IP address and the push task ID into the specified URL link. Before running the HTTP URL on a web page or third-party platform, you need to enable SDK control on the speaker's web page and add the relevant whitelisted IP addresses to control speaker. Now, run the created HTTP URL on the web page. The audio will be triggered to play. The second demonstration triggers audio playback via relay input. Before the demonstration, you need to set up the alarm parameters on the speaker's web page. Select the audio file as the input action for input 1. Enter the task ID generated earlier in the push tool into the action target. Connect the emergency button to alarm input port 1. When the emergency button is pressed, the audio will be triggered to play. In this video, we have learned details of GE Series speakers, including hardware interface introduction, function introduction, and main function demonstration. That's all for today's lesson. For more information, please visit our website, www.sponcom.com. Thank you for watching.